All right, let's dive right in. We're talking about a technology that's completely reshaping our world, and a lot of the time we don't even see it happening. I'm talking about AI surveillance. And no, this isn't some far-off science fiction thing. It's real, and it's happening right now. Just take a second and think about that. How many times was your movement tracked today? Seriously, from the moment you walked out your door, the route you took to work, that coffee you grabbed, how many digital eyes were on you? I bet the answer is way, way higher than you think. And that's exactly where we're going to start this whole story. Not with some big, abstract idea, but with you. Because this technology, well, it's incredibly personal. See, this isn't some crazy dystopian movie plot. It's way more subtle. It's woven into the things we use every single day, often without a second thought. It's the GPS on your phone, the algorithm that decides what you see on your social media feed, even the cameras watching you in your favorite stores. They're all pieces of this huge connected system. Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work? What's the engine running under the hood? Let's pull back the curtain a little and look at the core tech that makes it all possible. First up, the big one you've probably heard about, facial recognition. The best way to think of it is basically like a fingerprint, but for your face. An AI looks at the unique geometry, the distance between your eyes, the shape of your nose, and turns it into a digital signature that belongs only to you. But, it goes way beyond just knowing who you are. The next layer is behavioral analytics, which watches what you do. It's all about finding patterns to predict what you're going to do next. So it sees you're lingering on a website for running shoes, and it figures you're probably training for something. It notices you take the same route to work every single day, so it can predict when you've changed your routine. It's the reason those online ads can feel just a little too specific. And the speed of this whole process is just mind-blowing. In literally the blink of an eye, an AI can spot a face in a crowd, analyze its key features, create that digital face print we talked about, and then check it against a massive database of other faces. All of that nearly instantly. So that's the tech on the individual level, right? On a one-to-one basis. But now let's zoom out. Let's go from a single person to an entire society. Because the scale of this thing is, well, it's staggering. Just look at this number, over 1 million. That's the estimated number of surveillance cameras in just one city, London. Think about that, 1 million digital eyes constantly on, constantly collecting information. And this isn't a static situation. The growth here is absolutely explosive. In just a single decade, the number of cameras in a city like that has more than doubled. This whole infrastructure is expanding at an incredible pace. So who's watching and why? Well, what's really fascinating is how two totally different groups use the exact same technology. You've got corporations who want to understand you as a customer. They use this data for targeted ads, sure, but also to figure out the best way to lay out a store, or even to change prices online depending on what they think you're willing to pay. Then you've got governments using it to manage society. Things like analyzing traffic in real time to get emergency vehicles through faster, or trying to predict where crimes might happen. Same tech, very different end goals. And all of this brings us right to the heart of the issue, doesn't it? The central dilemma of our time. We're really standing on a new frontier here, and just like any frontier, it's full of both amazing promise and some really serious dangers. This technology really is a double-edged sword. On one side, you have the potential for safer cities, incredible efficiency in our daily lives, and amazing personalized convenience. But on the other side, well, you have some serious risks. The loss of personal privacy, the danger of biased algorithms making unfair decisions, and of course, the huge potential for all this personal data to be misused. So, we've looked at the tech, we've looked at the massive scale of it all. Let's bring it back home. Why does this big picture stuff matter to you, right here, right now? I really like this quote from the Omniscient Eye report. Awareness is the first step toward agency. Understanding how these systems work isn't about getting paranoid. It's about being empowered. It's about having the knowledge to make informed choices and to ask the tough, important questions. So if you take away anything from this, it's this. AI surveillance isn't some future idea, it's already a part of your daily life. This tech is powerful enough to not just see you, but to understand and predict you. Its use is growing like crazy, and we are standing at a major crossroads, trying to balance all the incredible benefits with some very, very serious risks. And that really leaves us with one last massive question to think about.
As this technology becomes more and more powerful, essentially all-seeing, who is providing the oversight? When an eye sees everything, who watches the eye?